All right, Alex here, ASM 101. Pretty awesome thumbnail I had for this live. I gotta share this with you. I am working on a video right now that's going over. It's a series, right? So there's gonna be part 1, part 2, maybe even a 3-part series on this copper roof install that we're doing. It's a roof repair that we're doing. So I just in this video or in this live stream, I just wanted to kind of like show you guys some of the footage I got from already being out there, being on the roof. We're tearing into this thing, and so I wanted to just show you some of the footage that I got from it. I'm going to be using this footage in the upcoming series, but I kind of wanted to give you guys just a sneak peek of it, and because it's just like we'll go over some of the stuff that or some of the lessons that I kind of learned ripping into this thing. I'll be honest with you, it was quite the process, or quite the learning curve, to say the least. So what I'll do is I'll bring it up on screen. We'll start with, here, hold on. I'm going to start with, here, let's get it up on screen here. We're going to start with the, we'll go into part 1. Okay. And I just wanted to show you kind of from the start of it. Do I have? Oh yeah, here we go. So where was there's one here. So let's start with this. Pause it. Hold on. How do I make this bigger? Can I make it bigger? There we go. All right. So what this is I've already, okay, so just to fill you in a little bit on the story of this, I'll get to it in a second. Just bear with me for a second. I got to set the stage a little bit. So they called me because this chimney constantly leaks. We'll get into some of the footage, right? There's caulking everywhere. They've been there 400 times with a caulking gun, filling in cracks and blah, blah, blah. So before I even get on this roof, in this video, I've been on this roof already a few times. I've priced the repair with, stipulations on like if there's any damaged substrate. So keep that in mind. So when I'm finally here on this roof now, and let's I haven't really dug far into it up to this point on in the video, like I'm going to show you. So I want to just show you something real quick. It's really interesting. So can you guys?
Whoa.
I'm going to pause it there.
What the hell?
Okay. So right here, see where I'm stepping right there? My foot literally sunk into the roof there. Okay. So this got me thinking, okay, so you could, when you're there investigating and looking around, you're not really walking on it as if you're there to do the repair. Like when you're there to do the repair, you're all over that roof. You're stepping on everything. So like,
okay,
I didn't catch this when I first set foot onto this roof. This is probably the 5th time I've been on this roof, and I'm finally, I just stepped into the roof.
I just stood on this piece here.
Okay, Can you guys hear the audio okay? You let me know if the audio is good. Hi, buddy. I don't know who said hi, buddy, but what up? You can go to, should be somewhere in the comments where you can grant StreamYard permission to show your face here. But what's up, y'all? Yeah, so.
And basically sunk right in. Oh my God. Okay. So a few problems. So the client was complaining about leaks. Obviously, that's really all they can complain about from a roof.
Okay, so I'm completely stunned at this point. Okay, I'm going to show you a different angle of it. Let's. I don't want to screw this up. Okay, let's go back. I just want to show you a different angle of it. I'll show you my foot. Hold on. I'll show you my foot going into the roof. Okay, so watch. My foot's gonna go over. Watch my foot. Wait. Oh, hey, Aaron. Watch my foot. Like, see the dent? See the dent? See, I'm pushing on it right now. I'm gonna go back a bit. See right there? See that dent? That's I did a reenactment shot. Like, this wasn't my initial thing, but yeah, you can see. So this tells me this, like, red, like, alarms are going off. Like, the red flags are just going up like crazy right now. Oh yeah, one thing. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Throw a like onto the video. It helps YouTube and wherever you're watching from. It helps the algorithm push it out to more people. But anyways, getting back to this. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you about that. Now, let's go to, let's just go. I wanted to show, so the next thing I wanted to show you, because I started peeling the copper off. Okay. And like, for anyone who installs, for any of the installers out there, if you take a look at this seam right here, all the seam, the whole roof is like this. Okay. The whole roof is installed like this. It is just a single lock. Not, okay. How do we say it? It's a single fold standing seam. So here, I'll play it a little bit.
Okay. Wow. So, I mean, no sealant at all.
No, the clips,
and
they're using copper nails. Good.
Like they use the right nails, so you got copper nails there.
Yeah.
Okay. They use the wrong seam.
Here, you know.
So I'll show you what I mean. So this panel, also, it's not hooked onto anything.
Oh yeah.
Down here, I should not just be able to lift that up.
Yeah, you see how that panel's lifting up right along here. You see this discoloration? They're banking on that overlap. You know, this is we're in southern Ontario, Canada. Okay, you know how much snow falls. Okay, so sitting snow. This roof has been on here for 25 years. Okay, so sitting snow has just been just. This is how this roof was. So it had like this 8-inch overlap with no hook on the valley. Okay, it's just, so let's keep watching.
And but I should also not be able to pull it off of the other panel like that.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like, roofing panels should not come apart that easy.
No.
But you can see they just turned one inch up.
Keep watching.
And they did something like that there.
Okay.
To just sit on top of it.
That's all it does.
Whereas
it just sits on top of the panel. So this single lock, how would you say it? Well, it's a single fold standing seam. It's not a double fold standing seam. You know, if male and like you've probably seen on other videos in the channel, But yeah, this
in
is
real standing seam metal roofing, these seams are supposed to be crimped together. So even if I tried to pull those two apart, they wouldn't be able to, they should not be able to come apart that easy.
no. So just, I'm going to pause it there. Just right now, it's a piece of cake peeling these panels off the roof. Okay. It's a piece of cake peeling these panels off the roof. It gets a lot harder. And I want you in the comments, wherever you're watching from, I want you to guess why it might start to get harder. You see how I just pulled the panel off very effortlessly, and I said it should not be that easy. These panels start to get a lot harder to pull off the roof. Put in the comments why you think it could start to get harder to pull these panels off. Okay, let's see. Was there anything else here of interest in this video? Not really. Okay, let's get out of this one. Oh, Aaron. Oh, it's Aaron. Hi, Aaron. You're on screen. You're famous now. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, we can hear audio. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know that. That's very important information. Okay, I want to show you the flashing that they did. Sorry, guys. We will get to the thumbnail. The thumbnail that's in this, we'll get to that. And I have full video. I have a full video of the complete tear out of that, and we'll get to that. I just wanted to show you some of, so like this, the installation error that have occurred here. This is very common. I see this all the time. Okay, this is just really, it's just real. Oh man, Roger Wakefield in the house, man. Dude, this is an honor. Okay, guys, if you don't know who Roger Wakefield is, go over to his channel. He's got a plumbing channel with over 500,000 subscribers. Roger, thanks for hopping on here, man. I really appreciate you being here. It's a huge honor. So thanks for being here. All right, getting back. So here we got here. I'm gonna put this full screen. Yeah, Roger, we're tearing up some other people's work here and using it as a content opportunity. So hey, what the hell, right? Okay, so you see this is called a Raglet detail. So a Raglet connection. So when you flash up the side of a chimney, you tuck this top edge into a mortar joint. That's a Raglet. Okay. And you can see here that there's been many attempts to try and rectify the situation. It is just, they're just Band-Aid fixes. So I wanted to show you what happened here, though.
I've just been pulling this stuff out.
You see that kind of that long snake thing I have in my hand there? It's I pulled that out in one pull, and did not take very much to get it out.
The attempt at fixing it, it's not really doing anything.
Okay, so no blame on the people who tried, because I know the people who tried to do this. And if you're watching, I'm not taking a jab at you. You obviously did your best with what you had, but you can just see.
But we got to take it all.
Sometimes adding sealant to a joint like this can actually kind of exacerbate the problem. All right. Reason why I say that is sealant can actually trap moisture. So what it'll do is it'll separate from the stone, because stone is porous and mortar is porous. The caulking won't adhere to the stone on the top edge, but it'll adhere to the metal pretty darn good, right? The two materials, they have two different properties. So you'll have moisture running down the stone, whether it's dew, moisture in the air, or rain, whatever, and it'll get in behind the caulking on the top, but it can't escape out the bottom of the mortar joint. So that will just that causes problems when you're trapping moisture. It always causes
apart just to make sure that, you know, when I leave here, it's 100%. But
you can see there.
You see the stone underneath is wet, and it probably just stays wet because it traps water. This stuff, it needs a chance to dry.
Yeah.
If it stays wet all the time, the mortar starts to deteriorate.
Yeah. See how it just flakes out like that? So this was, I mean, I saw this when I went to go price it and like price the repair and do kind of like a diagnostic on it. I did see all this. Obviously, I didn't know to what extent it had gotten to, but let's just keep moving on here. I remember I wanted you guys to put in the comments what your guess is as to why the panels are going to be harder to take off down the road here. Let's see if there's something. What do we have here?
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we can just take the whole thing out.
See the caulking just ripping out like that? But that flashing it wasn't secured very well. I could just pull that flashing out of the wall. Okay, so I think we got a good idea as to how bad this is. So I don't have to dive into that very much longer. What else do we have here? Oh, hold on. I think it's this one. Oh, nope. Sorry. My bad. Stop that. Stop it. I think it's this one. Is it longer? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So just watch. I'm gonna go over there.
So
I'm about to say something to the camera. Okay, I'm just trying to be a YouTuber here. Okay, but just watch my knee. Watch my knee.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't my knee. It was my fat butt. It was my fat ass. You see that? You guys see that? Watch.
So
replay. And
whoa.
Whoa. See that? That was so inside the framing, I literally just snapped one of the 2x4 framing chunks of wood. I just snapped it by sitting on it. Now don't take any jabs in the comments at my I'm not a small dude, right? But I mean, even if my if my dog would have sat on that, it probably would have buckled. So this is all kind of leading to the same thing. So anyways, I think I have teased you guys long enough. Oh, here. One last thing. So this, oops, sorry. You see here, right at this, where this is the ridge cap that goes along the ridge and hits the opposing roof slope here, the main roof slope. Right here, this joint here has just been caulked over and over and over and over again. Really, I mean, it's a good, it's kind of like a shot in the dark, you know, but if, you know, caulking there on a copper roof, as soon as I walked up on the roof and I saw that, I'm like, uh-oh. So let me just show you. I'll move this thing along a bit. Here, I'm trying to get it loose. See how loose it is already. Shouldn't be this easy to come off. But get it loose, and now watch. Look at that. Look at that. So the actual ridge cap, just so anyone, you know, you installers out there, you know what I'm talking about. But for anyone who doesn't know this ridge cap, okay, there should be some of that ridge cap. See this edge here? There should be a flap of metal that comes off of it at least and goes under the panel. This was just pushed next to it. Okay. And you can see after it's away, all this dirt and this grime, and it's just full of leaves. It's crazy what had gone on there. So, anyways, I've been there for the last few days, and I want to now kind of get to the if there's anyone not a drip of solder, no. Okay, so red image says not a drip of solder. So with copper roofing, we have the ability to solder. So we can lay down big, thick beads of solder to connect one piece to the other. And with copper, on any copper roof, there should be some attempt at solder. Well, you know what? There was an attempt at solder. Let me just show you right here. Hold on. You can see right there the snow guards. They made these little leaflet snow guards. Here. See here? All these little kind of bird mouth pieces. Those had a hole drilled through them, and it was soldered. That is the only solder anywhere on this roof. And you can see how they're all unfolded. So they're not, the snow stops aren't doing anything. Like I might have stepped on a few of those, so fair enough. But if you go anywhere else on this roof, it's very common that all of these are bent down, not holding any snow at all. So okay, okay, I think that's enough of that. I want to show you now what really happened here. So this was day one. I started ripping into that. You can see how my fat ass went into the roof when I sat down. Okay. This started a whole basically started a whole redesign process of what my intention was, you know, with the installation and the repair of this roof. So, because there's something greater going on here. Okay. Can anyone guess what that might be? Put in the comments what you think. Let's just have one more look. Okay. Here. Oops. Think air. Oops, sorry. I'm going to share the screen again. Think air movement. Think ventilation. Can anyone take a guess as to what might have gone on here to cause my foot to go through the roof? What might cause my fat ass to crack a 2x4? Anyone in the comments? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You see, there's this membrane here. Okay, think ventilation. Think. Red image. You might be onto something there, bro. You might be onto something. Condition. Yeah, it's a very this roof is in a horrible condition. That is correct. Yes. Yeah, you are right. Okay. Enough carrot on a string here. Let's go to part 2. You guys are gonna. I knew it when I seen the open seam here. Oh, I knew it when I seen the open seam. Condensation. Does anyone know how condensation occurs? Can anyone tell me where condensation comes from? You guys start throwing more and more comments in there. I'm going to I'm gonna get into the A roll here. You guys are gonna poop yourself when you see this. Okay. Here's how I left it. Okay, this is day 2, right? So I had to seal it before I left, right? So I sacrificed some blue skin because it was supposed to rain that night. Anyways, here's the big reveal. I had to get the contractor out here at the end of day 1, and we needed to reassess. So he got his guys out there. I think it was maybe 2 days later. So we're back on the roof, and here we go.
Start pulling. Okay. So, if you pull at the bottom there, Brendan.
Oh my God!
You're not taking this metal, are you?
You see that? Are you guys seeing that? There used to be plywood there. Sorry. Facebook user, I'm sorry I can't see you. You have to grant StreamYard permission to put your face online. But whoever you are, all humidity is stuck under the underlayer of the top, and if the top is closed. So anyways, let's keep watching, because this just gets better and better.
Oh, it's coming all out. Don't worry about it. Just go. I'll seal it in.
But yeah, I know, but he's gonna end up.
This is coming out. I had this loose already.
That's part of that standing there, though.
Yeah, but this panel's coming.
Okay, maybe this isn't the video. Hold on. Did I not record it?
Look here.
Here we go.
Saturated.
There we go. Oops.
So good.
Look at it. So that's all OSB. This is 25-year-old
Oh my goodness,
dry rot, or we call this not dry rot, but condensation eating away at this poor substrate years and years. So just think, I always give the beer glass analogy, right? So you get a nice cold beer, put that on, you're outside on the patio, get that nice cold beer, they put it down in front of you, and there's that kind of layer of moisture on the outside of the glass. That is condensation. You have cold liquid on the inside, and a difference in temperature from the cold liquid on the inside to the air on the outside, and you get an accumulation of moisture. And this is what has happened inside this inside this cavity that was created by this little kind of hat roof section they installed on top of the main roof. Okay. And the problem was that it failed to turn the volume down a bit. That's kind of cool. The sound's kind of cool. They failed to bring new air in, right? So
here, you record, and I'll pull.
They've basically.
How do we? Is it recording?
Just point.
He goes upside down.
So hang on.
No, that's it. Just let it go.
Oh boy.
My red light's on, so you're good.
Something went off, or you touched something.
Yeah, the screen goes up. Save the battery.
Anyways, the guy I handed the camera to, he turned the camera upside down. But let's go to so what's happening here is we're seeing the end result of non-existent ventilation. Here, let's just go right to here. This is the final. Look at this. Okay. This is what happens when you don't ventilate a roof section, a cavity, any kind. Look at the OSB has just turned to it's just disintegrated. Right?
There we go. Okay.
This is the only
Now,
solid piece of
okay,
plywood
water.
left on this roof section. So you can see
One
too,
half is healthy and the other side isn't.
So
right?
cut the ice and water, and then we can cut that.
Nice.
And what we have, what we call this vapor lock. So when you've basically put right along the main roof right here, on this portion of the roof, there's a membrane that continues right across the entire roof. And then they built this guy as kind of like an afterthought behind the chimney to divert the water around the chimney and off the roof. Great idea. Crickets, they call them cricket, they call them a saddle, whatever, same deal. And they're basically meant to divert water around the chimney. But what they failed to do was ventilate this area. And you can see that there was a membrane on there before, and they vapor locked it, right, without really even knowing that they had vapor locked it. So I wanted to I was just dying to show you guys this because, like, look at it here. I'll let it play. But it's just really wild to the degree of that this actually got to through like 25 years. This is 25 years of vapor lock.
Take a knife.
Right? For 25 years for a copper roof is nothing.
One here.
Right? For the the material that you use, like the roofing material as copper as a roofing material, beautiful. It lasts forever. 25 years is like still a baby copper roof.
Ventilation.
Right? But like, look at this thing. This thing did not stand a chance. Look at that.
No mold though.
No.
Just deteriorated.
Yeah. So Brendan, cut along the valley. I cut along here.
Anyways, yeah. Here we go. Okay, so there's some questions here. Red Image says, "Are you going to run a ridge style vent for the guy?" So here's my new design. I'll show you what we're not building a cricket. I did a hyperlapse here, ripped everything off. Oh, that's not the right one. This one. So I gone ahead, and now that cricket's gone, I've gone ahead and ripped everything off. So the whole all the metal's off from one side of the chimney to the other. Okay, you can see here that, okay, this isn't a good shot. Let me just go one more here. Facebook user, I'll get to your question in a second. I see that. Let's go to here. Here we go. I think this is the one. Yeah. So here we go. So after everyone was, so the guys left, they took everything with them. We cleaned up the roof surface, and I'm blue skinning this entire substrate, and I've eliminated the cricket entirely. And what we're going to do instead is I'm just going to create it. There's still going to be, it's more of a diverter. I'm going to put a slope in the metal. It's really hard to give an example right now, but it's I'm gonna put a water diverter in the back pan, right? I'm not gonna run a straight back pan along this because I do understand that let's pause it here. So you can see right here, I'm not just gonna put a straight back pan there. That would just be silly. What we're going to do is we're going to create a small diverter in there that is a lot closer and tighter to the wall. And I'm going to put some non-conductive material in there. Either it's going to be stainless, or I'm just going to double up the copper, and just so it has some reinforcement. I'm not going to put wood there because, again, it's just going to get vapor locked again, and it's just going to deteriorate again. So probably maybe a thing of stainless there as a substrate, and then lay the copper on top of that. But there's going to be more of these videos you'll see in the end. Let's see here. We got another question here. Facebook users, the main roof vented at the ridge. So you can see here we have the main. This is the main roof, but the construction, the substrate is a SIP panel construction. So there is no open cavity in the roof. It's all cathedral ceiling on the inside. And it's, SIP panels. If you're not familiar with what SIP panels are it's 2 pieces of plywood with a foam core, right? So it's just a dense roof deck. And I think the roof deck on this was about 8 inches. So there's 8 inches of styrofoam sandwiched between 2 layers of OSB. So there doesn't need to be any ridge venting here. There's no airspace to actually vent. So this is all gonna this all doesn't need to be vented, to answer your question. One other thing I wanted to just mention. So let's go back one last thing. One last fail that they failed. It was an oversight. Okay. Maybe back then too, there was no education on it, but copper heats up quite a bit. It's a very highly conductive. Stainless might make the copper oxidize because of the nickel. Sorry, stainless might make the copper oxidize because of the nickel. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I'll probably just reinforce it with another layer of copper so they don't oxidize. We won't run into trouble that way. Again, I don't want to use anything, I don't want to use any wood there. Anyways, what I was saying was, so here in this video, you can just see, just real quick, since I got you here, you can see how much trouble I have peeling up these panels. So this small little roof section, not very big, okay? Look at peeling this up was just ridiculous. All these panels are stuck to the roof, and reason why is the ice and water they used under this roof was not high temp. Okay, so every metal roof that is installed nowadays has high temp peel and stick underlayment, and this is a really good example why high temp is to be used, not your standard run-of-the-mill Home Depot granular. When you peel the back, it's got that nice peel on the back, but it's got that rough, almost sandpaper finish on the top. That's what was used here. That stuff just liquefies and sticks. And look at this. Look at the one panel. I'm still working on that first panel, right? And this is sped up film, right? Like, look at this. It's like pure. It's like glue, right? So, again, high temp. They should have probably put a separation paper down at least to keep the metal from. And what it keeps the metal from adhering to the roof surface. And when it sticks like this, it doesn't allow the metal to move, right? The metal doesn't get to expand and contract at all, right? I don't know how, like, this stuff is just glued to the roof. Look at this. It took me over an hour to rip off like 8 panels. And and it's really, honestly, I think what's holding this roof on, to be honest, right? So Yeah, not for a long time, but I don't know what you mean, red image. I'm not sure. I probably said something and my roofer brain has forgotten it. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. For anyone on the replay, there should be a video on screen that you can click onto right now. That either it's the next, well, it's going to be the series of this roof repair, this chimney saddle install. So click off to that, and we'll see you in the next video. Again, thanks to everyone who has been here on the live. And we'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Yeah, rosin paper and all the copper. Yeah, you gotta. All right. Adios.